Imagine this: every woman carries secret weaknesses that, if wisely exploited, make her obsessed with you, seeking you day and night without being able to resist. In this video, we will reveal the 4 weaknesses every woman hides out of sheer fear of exposure. Weaknesses that, when used correctly, turn you into the irresistible man she can't ignore. These are vulnerable points based on the psychology of attraction, triggering deep instincts and making her feel an inevitable connection. By understanding this, you gain the power to flip the script, making her take the initiative and constantly seek your presence. But wait, because the revelations get even more intense. With the 3rd weakness, you'll discover a psychological trick that awakens uncontrollable desire in her. And in the last one, the final secret that makes her addicted to you forever. Something that can completely change your interactions. But only if you stay until the end to catch these crucial details. If these secrets already made you curious, imagine what's coming next. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos like this, and give a like if you want to master these hidden arts of attraction. 1. The weakness of predictability that she fears revealing. Because deep down, every woman longs for a man who surprises her and breaks the monotony of daily life. Imagine approaching her with a gesture of unpredictability, like changing plans at the last minute to something exciting without warning, creating an aura of adventure that makes her wonder what comes next. This technique works based on attraction psychology, as it activates the reward center in her brain, releasing dopamine that associates you with intense and addictive emotions. Use this in casual conversations, alternating between being direct and mysterious, so she feels she never knows what to expect, yet always wants more. In the end, she starts seeking you, driven by this thirst for novelty that only you provide. Continue exploring this weakness by demonstrating subtle control over interactions, such as pausing a conversation at its peak and resuming later, leaving her hanging on your words. This makes her reconsider her own expectations, making you the enigma she needs to solve. Based on human behavior, people are naturally attracted to the unknown, and by incorporating this, you awaken in her a primal instinct of pursuit, reversing traditional roles. Practice this on dates, revealing pieces of yourself gradually, like a puzzle that keeps her engaged. Thus she feels compelled to initiate contact, driven by this weakness that leaves her exposed and craving more of you. Now, think about how to apply this daily. Send an unexpected message that intrigues her, like a provocative question about her hidden dreams, without giving all the answers immediately. This approach makes her feel a deep connection, touching her need for excitement that she hides for fear of seeming unstable. Based on manipulation psychology, this creates a subtle dependency bond, where she associates excitement with your presence, strengthening the connection. Try it in online or in-person flirting, maintaining an air of mystery that makes her question and desire. The result? She seeks you incessantly, unable to resist the pull of this revealed weakness. Finally, refine this technique by balancing unpredictability with moments of stability, like surprising her with a thoughtful gesture after a calculated silence, reinforcing that you are the perfect balance she secretly seeks. This makes her addicted, as it fulfills a deep desire she hides out of fear of vulnerability. Grounded in stoicism, your emotional control demonstrates inner strength, magnetically attracting her. Incorporate this into your routines and watch her take the initiative, drawn by this subtle power. But if this already feels transformative, wait until the next weakness, which reveals an even deeper secret about female desire that can make her chase you like never before. 2. The weakness of emotional validation that she guards closely, fearing that exposure could make her dependent on someone who knows how to wield it masterfully. Start by validating not only her appearance, but her deepest feelings, such as recognizing an insecurity with genuine empathy, making her feel truly seen. This technique is based on attraction psychology, as it builds instant trust, activating well-being hormones that bond her emotionally to you. Apply it in conversations, listening actively and responding with phrases that echo her emotions. Like, "I understand why this affects you so much, and I admire your strength in it." Thus, she starts seeking you, craving more of this validation that makes her feel unique and desired. Advance this weakness by offering selective validation, raising aspects of her that no one else notices, like her intelligence in a recent decision, creating an exclusive bond that sets her apart from other interactions. This works based on human behavior, where people crave authentic recognition, making her lower her defenses and open up more. Use it on dates, mixing compliments with questions that encourage her to share, reinforcing that you are the ideal listener. The effect is that she initiates frequent contact, driven by this hidden need you awaken. Over time, this makes her increasingly attracted, as if you are the only one who truly understands her. Reinforce the technique by alternating validation with light challenges, like gently questioning an opinion before agreeing, showing that you value her mind provocatively. Based on manipulation psychology, this creates a cycle of seeking approval, where she strives to earn more of your positive attention. Practice in daily conversations, making each interaction an opportunity to make her feel special. She will respond by seeking you more, unable to ignore the emotional pull this weakness evokes. Imagine the power of this. She becomes addicted to your presence, revealing layers she hides from everyone else. To maximize, integrate this with touches of mystery, validating her while maintaining an air of independence, making her question and desire more depth in you. Grounded in stoicism, your calm and focus attract her, contrasting with the validation you provide, creating an irresistible balance. Apply consistently and watch her take the initiative, driven by fear of losing this rare connection. But if this weakness already gives you an incredible advantage, the third will blow your mind with a trick that awakens uncontrollable desires. Something no ordinary man would dare attempt. Don't miss what comes next. 3. The weakness of desire for dominant leadership that she hides behind a facade of independence, fearing that revealing it would make her appear weak in a world that values autonomy. Imagine taking control of a simple situation, like deciding the location of a date without consulting her, demonstrating unwavering confidence that frees her from the pressure of constant choices. This technique is anchored in evolutionary psychology, where women are attracted to figures who convey security and direction, activating primal protection instincts. Apply this in everyday interactions, guiding conversations assertively, like suggesting a topic and leading the flow, making her feel guided without being controlled. Thus she starts seeking you, drawn to this leadership that fulfills a deep longing she denies to herself. Advance by blending leadership with selective vulnerability, like admitting a small flaw while maintaining command, creating a contrast that fascinates her and lowers her defenses. This works based on human behavior, balancing power with accessibility, making you the ideal leader she secretly dreams of following. Use it on dates, making decisions that benefit both, like planning a surprise that delights her, reinforcing your position as a trusted guide. The result is she initiates contact, driven by the need for more of this subtle dominance that frees her from her own insecurities. With practice, this becomes a powerful tool, turning interactions into opportunities for magnetic attraction. Reinforce the technique by gently challenging her opinions, leading debates to resolutions that value her, showing that your leadership is inclusive and empowering. Based on attraction psychology, this creates a cycle where she longs for your guidance, associating it with personal growth and excitement. Practice in online or in-person conversations, taking the helm without arrogance, like calmly proposing solutions to her problems. She will respond by seeking you more, unable to resist the appeal of this weakness that makes her feel safe and alive simultaneously. Imagine the impact. You become the beacon she instinctively follows, revealing layers of desire she hides from everyone. To maximize, integrate leadership with unpredictability, like taking unexpected turns while maintaining control, keeping her engaged and eager for more. Grounded in stoicism, this approach demonstrates inner strength that irresistibly attracts, contrasting with the validation you already provide. Apply consistently in daily routines and watch her take the initiative, driven by fear of losing this rare direction in her life. The power of this is transformative, awakening voluntary submission that strengthens the bond. But if this weakness already positions you as the irresistible alpha, the fourth will reveal a psychological secret that could make her idolize you in ways you never imagined. Get ready, because this changes everything. 4. The weakness of craving spiritual connection that she masks with excessive rationality, fearing that exposing it would make her vulnerable to deep emotional manipulation. Start by touching this essence by sharing visions of life or dreams that resonate with hers, creating an invisible bridge that makes her feel cosmic alignment. This technique is based on deep attraction psychology, activating brain centers linked to transcendental bonds, releasing oxytocin that strengthens connection. Apply in intimate dialogues, exploring topics like purpose or energies, prompting her to open up about hidden beliefs she rarely discusses. Thus, she initiates contact, drawn to this connection that fulfills a spiritual void she hides for fear of judgment. Advance this weakness by intertwining spiritual conversations with concrete actions, like suggesting a reflective walk together, transforming the abstract into shared experiences that leave a deep mark. This works based on human behavior, where connections beyond the physical create lasting loyalty, differentiating you from superficial interactions. Use it on dates, guiding discussions to deeper levels, like questioning the meaning of coincidences in her life, reinforcing that you are the sole partner she longs for. The effect is she seeks you frequently, driven by the need for more of this resonance that makes her feel complete. Over time, this builds unbreakable attraction, as if you were destined for each other. Reinforce the technique by balancing spiritual with practical, validating her beliefs while offering perspectives that challenge her to grow, creating a dynamic dialogue that hooks her. Grounded in positive manipulation psychology, this generates a cycle of mutual dependency, where she associates inner peace with your presence. Practice through messages or calls, sharing insights that touch her essence, making each interaction a spiritual journey. She will actively seek you, unable to ignore the pull of this weakness that awakens deep desires. Imagine the potential. You become the spiritual confidant who illuminates her life, revealing secrets she keeps to herself. To maximize, integrate this with leadership, guiding spiritual explorations that empower her, maintaining a mystery that intrigues and makes her question the universe through you. Grounded in stoicism, your serene approach amplifies the connection, contrasting with the emotional validation already established. Apply consistently and watch her take bold initiatives, driven by fear of disconnecting from this source of light. The impact is profound, transforming attraction into eternal devotion. But if this weakness already makes you indispensable to her soul, the fifth will unlock a power that makes women fall at your feet explosively and unpredictably. You won't want to miss this, because it's the climax that redefines everything. Before diving into the reflection that concludes this transformative content, allow me to complete the journey we started by revealing the fifth and final weakness. That which, as promised, unlocks a power capable of making women fall at your feet explosively and unpredictably. This is the culmination of everything we've discussed. The climax that redefines not only how you relate to the opposite sex, but also how you perceive the intricate game of human attraction. Remember, these weaknesses are not tools of malicious manipulation, but keys to understanding deep desires, often repressed, that reside at the core of the female psyche. By exploring them with respect and authenticity, you not only elevate your interactions, but also contribute to more genuine and mutually enriching connections. 5. The weakness of thirst for mystery and adventure that she disguises behind a predictable and controlled routine. Fearing that admitting it exposes her to emotional risks or makes her appear unstable in a society that rewards stability. Start by activating this essence by introducing elements of surprise in your interactions, like an unexpected message that pulls her out of her comfort zone, suggesting a spontaneous getaway or a conversation that uncovers hidden layers of her personality. This technique is grounded in dopamine psychology, the neurotransmitter linked to excitement and novelty, creating a subtle addiction to your presence as she associates you with adrenaline spikes that break the monotony of daily life. Apply this in everyday contexts, like proposing an unusual activity during a casual date, making her feel alive and rejuvenated, as if rediscovering parts of herself she had forgotten. Advance this weakness by balancing mystery with moments of calculated revelation, gradually revealing pieces of your own story, keeping her always curious and eager for more. This operates based on evolutionary human behavior, where unpredictability signals vitality and adaptability, irresistible traits that contrast with the predictability of routine relationships. Use in digital or in-person communications, like sending an enigmatic clue about a future plan, reinforcing that you are the catalyst for adventures she secretly craves but hesitates to pursue alone. The result is her taking explosive initiative, driven by the need for more of this unpredictability that frees her from self-imposed chains. With practice, this becomes an art, transforming ordinary encounters into epic narratives that make her addicted to your energy. Reinforce the technique by challenging her expectations with controlled risk, like suggesting a short trip without detailed planning, demonstrating confidence that inspires her to let go. Grounded in high-risk attraction psychology, this generates a cycle where she longs for your company, associating it with freedom and excitement that fills existential voids. Practice in prolonged interactions, guiding her to experiences that expand her horizons, like exploring a new hobby together, turning each moment into a shared adventure. She will respond with unpredictable contact, unable to resist the pull of this weakness that awakens her wild and adventurous side. Imagine the transformative impact. You become the architect of unforgettable memories, revealing desires she hides even from herself, creating a bond that transcends the ordinary. To maximize, integrate mystery with previous weaknesses, mix emotional validation, authentic compliments, dominant leadership, and spiritual connection in layers of unpredictability, creating an irresistible cocktail that makes her idolize you as the man who unlocks her full potential. Based on Stoicism and the neuroscience of attraction, this holistic approach demonstrates inner mastery, contrasting with superficial approaches and elevating you to legendary status. Apply consistently in all aspects of interaction and watch her surrender voluntarily, driven by the fear of a life without this spark. The power of this is explosive, redefining attractions into overwhelming passions that last a lifetime. Now that we've uncovered all 5, you have the tools to navigate the complex sea of attraction with unmatched mastery. Moving now to a deeper reflection on all this content, it is essential to pause and consider what it truly means to explore these secret weaknesses of women. In a world saturated with superficial relationship advice, where the focus often falls on quick and manipulative tactics, what we present here goes beyond. It is an immersion into human psychology, anchored in evolutionary, behavioral, and philosophical principles like Stoicism, which emphasizes self-control and authenticity. Each weakness, from emotional validation to thirst for adventure, is not merely a trick but a mirror to universal desires we all carry, regardless of gender. For men, understanding this is not about dominating the other, but about cultivating empathy and self-awareness, recognizing that these weaknesses are actually disguised strengths, longings for genuine connection in a digital age of superficiality. Reflecting on practical impact, imagine how applying these insights can transform not only your romantic life, but also professional and social life. In business, for example, recognizing the need for validation can improve negotiations, while dominant leadership can inspire teams. In personal contexts, these tools foster healthier relationships, where both sides feel seen and valued, reducing misunderstandings and fostering lasting loyalty. However, critical reflection is necessary. Ethical use is paramount. Abusing these weaknesses can lead to toxic dynamics, while a respectful approach elevates everyone involved. Consider Marcus Aurelius's Stoicism, which teaches that true power resides in virtue, not manipulation. Thus, this content is not a conquest manual, but an invitation to emotional maturity, encouraging you to ask, how can I use this to create connections that enrich lives rather than exploit them? Moreover, in a broader perspective, these weaknesses highlight the social pressures women face, the expectation of absolute independence, the repression of spiritual or adventurous desires in favor of rationality, and how men can be allies in dismantling these pressures. Reflecting on contemporary society, where feminism and empowerment evolve, understanding these dynamics can foster more open dialogues about mutual vulnerabilities, promoting true equality. For a content creator like me, aiming to build a business using intermediate-level artificial intelligence, this type of material represents a real value opportunity, not just to entertain, but to educate inspiring viewers to grow. And you, by absorbing this, become part of a community that values depth over superficiality, transforming knowledge into actions that positively impact the world around you. Now, inviting you to actively participate in this reflection, what did you think of this content? Which of the 5 weaknesses resonated most with your personal experiences or observations? Perhaps you have a story of how you applied something similar in your life, or constructive criticism on how these ideas could be adapted to modern contexts. Feel free to share spontaneous and open thoughts in the comments below. There are no wrong answers, only perspectives that enrich the discussion. Your comment could inspire other viewers, creating a collective conversation that deepens these themes even further. Let's make this a space for genuine exchange. Comment now with whatever comes to mind, whether a quick reflection or a detailed analysis. And if this content added value to your journey, don't forget to like the video. It helps spread these ideas to more people who can benefit. Also, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss upcoming high-value content, like deeper explorations of attraction psychology, AI-based business strategies, or practical guides for personal development. Together, we are building a community dedicated to authentic growth. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.